Hello everyone, I'm 4Queso. Today I bring you the plot commentary of the second season of The Pleasant Side. In the first season, we talked about that with the launch of the relief of the ditch, the Earth's civilization was destroyed, and the male protagonist and Taro became a big tree. And when the fat came up, we found out that he was still alive. Moreover, I woke up in the constantly damaged dream and was constantly killed when I was close to the sentence, and then I continued to spread various plots for the various heroine groups. Here Coke just wants to explain to you the different timelines here. It can also be simply understood as different parallel universes. Of course the beloved world light cake is not explained like this. Fighting, as long as you understand it for the time being. With the advancement of Coke, it will be further explained. Accounts and Taro are unswerving, however, they are high. Eat more fat and kill. Resurrection alright, finally you start the awakening function. What is painted on the same object in the shape of a tree raised? And when the grey wolf was close to this picture, found this picture of knowledge and intelligence of the ultra-high density bucket fit. This knowledge gave the snake male protagonist a headshot again. And while he was approaching everyone, he ate coffee again successfully and the hook was taught to take it. Well-behaved people can see that the life theory male protagonist, Big Wolf, rewrote his brain and then sat down with the courtiers. The pursuit of wisdom goes farther and farther. And then we introduced a whole bunch of worldviews. The life theory studied by the original sentence is only represented by this number map. Inside is the origin of the world. And in the beginning life evolved from Julie's ears. At the same time, Russia will destroy civilization once it apologizes. And if spells don't make worlds, then branches are worlds of different lines. Wait for the branches to cry and wash and see which world is destroyed. And the world that Aurora has formed needs purification to maintain the ecosystem, to purify human beings and produce civilization. The big tree begins with countless branches. And every branch is a possibility. The study of sentences is not to destroy the world, but to find a way to prolong life. The reason why the sister destroys the world is to promote the continuation of the evolved Earth before the resources are exhausted. And the shaken world ended up with resources exhausted and the world destroyed because of the death of the people. And saw the dead and he was determined to keep the dog from completing his theory. And the eagle at the home of the master, the Virgin of Wine, seems to have been attacked by monsters. I didn't expect the influence of the home eagle to be so poor that the dog with the bamboo pole that could summon monsters from the branch to influence was confused. And in order to be able to compete with the general eagle, my master Wu, the male protagonist used his superhuman wisdom to summon supernatural members to help his buddies and friends. That intends to keep the hookup safe with everyone until the theoretical study of the outline is completed. After that, it was because the male protagonist wrote a sentence with him. One day I want to be with you again, which makes the study of hookup theory make progress all of a sudden. And just when the theoretical study of the ditch was completed, I don't know why I offered myself up and buried it. At the same time, the eagles were not aware of what brand came and a large number of monsters attacked them in an attempt to destroy the research results of the ditch. Take this shantytown to all world possibilities. For this reason, Chao Suyen and other companions resisted Jinggong, but base reinforcements continued to emerge. Everyone gradually took over the summer breeze in the constant battle and fought down one by one. At this time, I saw and heard which one was about to restore the temporary world to its original state. The open monster appeared and Talon's eyes randomly supported a man who appeared just in time to kiss him. This man is the housekeeper, Leaflet. He mentioned all the possibilities of the world and gathered himself into this place. Equal to as good as the collection of all possibilities. So, use your powerful strength to resist the service charge. However, this will actually make its fate die and end Wu Daolong Wolf, at this time, in order to live up to his sacrifice. Thank you, the switch from the world pet. This boiled down and began to flow to the next planet. And this itinerary is the moon where the Earth used to be before they died. Including what happened in the first season is a simulation calculation of the light and shadow of the Earth, formed by the moon on the Earth. And the theory of Emperor Xuanzong of Tang completed relatively well and sent it back to the Earth. It is not kung fu to travel with the Earth and the civilizations above it according to the trajectory that will not return to it. It is not kung fu to become a lonely person in the eyeball of poetry. After that our story went back to Earth again, this time in our handwriting with spare money. That is, what happened before the male protagonist died. May and Ugly's parents still came. The members of the Goddess Club took the male protagonist to participate in various activities, and Saburo didn't care about it. Sometimes by virtue of the ability of manipulating blood and rewriting, in the case of claiming to be the Earth, he captures little portals for lovers everywhere. And one night, chasing the little dragon girl to the forest, I was confused and accidentally saw the magical plant just sent, and in the later plot I learned that it was actually a plant, when I was a child. After meeting the powerful cute creatures in the forest, they will be locked by the guardian's brain edema. I had to leave the house and follow the old gentleman to add a guardian in order to quit the mother goddess to ask the parents to conflict, trained with others who are also in the hipster system. Learn all kinds of skills here and just about swords and Gaia. He saw with his own eyes what happened to his redstone. After I was stupid, my heart was shaken. And Lao Chen told the copyright board that he suggested that he go to a hiring organization outside the Guardian to hone his physical and psychological quality and the prospect of sea wolves being too big to leave Japan. He fought real battles in the mercenary province of the Middle East, where the battle was brutal and met with all kinds of injustice. But the days of the company and talents of local children such as good comrades Lewis and IELTS are finally over. This time, however, in their battle with Gaia, they were attacked by the mighty mine. And Kazutaro and the others know that as long as the monsters are called, they can restrain the monsters. But when they find monsters pragmatically. When you find monsters, it's those kids. Their class tricked them into signing a contract with the monster, and they told Tang Lang about the fact that the children who were still alive were rescued and showed the graphics card. Then the big gray wolf took advantage of his position to save those who were tricked into being. The pragmatic children of the people will come to look after the children with the older children on Arthur tomorrow morning. Then at the end of the mission I went back to Japan again. I met a mantis in the forest. He told some theories about the destruction of the Earth and being obedient. And at this time, the Earth has been destroyed because the resources are about to be exhausted. After the destruction, the planet will be completely destroyed. So the table and too many good memories can stop the dog from launching the fall to destroy the Earth. It's so good that the big gray wolf started his action in order to realize the unplanned. He first infiltrated the appearance organization. And soon and eat the infection inside. This field was a world dominated and Eagle led the leftover lady and there were more realistic evasions, but he used the information obtained from the conflict on both sides to become a double agent. It was only that it was written in a situation where people had long starved to death to gain Zhao Waoqi's interest. And the Northern Zhou dynasty brought it to an artificial world where Zhou Qi could simply survive for the tens of thousands of people involved, after the world was destroyed. This place is also the space where the male protagonist and the harem group fell in the first. In the middle, intends to provoke a fight between the two sides. It will also be felt that the battle kicked off with both sides of the Flask Seawolf plan and unfolded with heavy losses on both sides. But the only one who went there with talent was his own master, who was a Jiangmen native who had a strong fighting force against the gun version, and Taylor nearly lost his life. In the end, I don't know if I deliberately sold a flaw in Jiangnan. The wolf had blood pierced through his body, and more than male protagonists and the son died. The old hero appeared in front of him was growing up and so on. And common sentences. The Cent Army analyzed that this should be where the male protagonist Zhou Fu culture is. Several girls called out a name here. After coming, the monster is actually the male protagonist. Just a nanny biting her own thoughts. And he flew away with several girls. It looks like the Earth has come to the moon. Buried there you bit the hook on the moon waiting for Kazutaro. The two said next